Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited announces a surplus of 141.96 billion naira for the month of June 2021. Federal government to convert unused land for agricultural purposes through land integration project. Plus, surveyors call for the review of insurance coverage in building industry. These are more you get on Panorama today. Welcome, I'm Ruth Aguela. ECOWAS leaders are to collectively act and work towards the 60th session Authority of Heads of State and Government of Economic Community of West African States in Abuja. Let's get the details now from State House correspondent Adam Musambo.
The ECOWAS leaders are meeting for the 6th time in the last 1 year to deal with various issues of concern and take realistic as well as practical decisions in the greater interests of the community. The heads of state and government are here this time to, amongst others, receive a special report on the ECOWAS Single Currency Program, Mediation and Security Council, appointment of ECOWAS champion for the return of cultural artifacts, as well as make a formal declaration on climate.
The new variant Omicron has already been found in 3 member states and has led to unfortunate impositions of travel bans by some countries, which are unjustified and unacceptable. Meanwhile, the availability of vaccines continues to remain a problem. We must continue to pursue national and regional efforts to fight COVID-19 and move rapidly into the domestic production of vaccines for the protection of our citizens and for the growth and development of our economies.
For President Muhammadu Buhari, the challenges of COVID-19 and its catastrophic consequences on the socio-economic environment of the sub-region have continued to torment the people. He said apart from political, security and socio-economic challenges, threats are also looming around environmental degradation and climate change on farming systems.
As a people, we aspire to create a borderless, peaceful, prosperous sub-region where people have the capacity to access and harness its resources through the creation of opportunities for sustainable development, job creation, and environmental preservation. Today's realities remind us of the need to continue to forge stronger solidarity in order to address the new challenges, including the current 3rd wave of the pandemic and its Omicron variant.
Goodwill messages from the United Nations Secretary General and the chairperson of the African Union commended ECOWAS for effectively managing and responding to the various challenges confronting West Africa and reaffirmed their commitment to supporting efforts at achieving peace, security and prosperity. At the event, 4 West Africans who distinguished themselves in their various fields of endeavor were honored with the 2020 ECOWAS Prize of Excellence and rewarded cash prizes ranging from $10,000 to $25,000. They are Professor Basil Bruno Kunohewe for Science and Technology, Akisi Delphine Luko, and Nicole Wetewete Edinog for Arts and Letters, as well as Lema Roberta Gowi for Deserving Citizen of the Community. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
In a related development, the Economic Community of West African States has formally adopted Vision 2050 towards appropriately responding to the multidimensional challenges of sustainable development, as well as deepening integration amongst member states. This is contained in a communique issued at the end of the 60th ordinary session of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of the sub-region held in Abuja. Once more, let's hear from State House correspondent Adam Musambo.
The ECOWAS Vision 2050 is aimed at achieving a community of peoples fully integrated in a peaceful and prosperous region with strong institutions that respect fundamental freedoms and work for inclusive and sustainable development. The ECOWAS leaders who reaffirmed their commitment to the promotion of peace, security and stability in the sub-region, however, expressed strong concerns on the transition processes in Guinea and Mali. Consequently, the National Transition Council in Guinea has been urged to submit rapidly the timetable for election to be held within the 6 months previously decided, while on Mali, ECOWAS vows to impose additional economic and financial sanctions if by the end of this month no concrete progress is made in preparation for elections. On sub-regional security, the leaders remain concerned over the recurrence of terrorist attacks in Nigeria, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, and reaffirmed determination to relentlessly combat the scourge by strengthening the operational and logistics capacities of troops for joint operations along the borders of frontline countries. They also expressed worry over the deteriorating humanitarian situation in the region and directed the Commission to strengthen interventions focusing on building community resilience and recovery. The summit noted the report of the Special Fund for financing the activities of the revised roadmap for the ECOWAS single currency program and directed the Commission to strengthen collaboration with central banks of the community towards ensuring diligent implementation and launch of the ECO in the year 2027. The heads of state and government also focused on COVID-19 and its devastating impact on the sub-region and made a formal declaration on climate change. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
The Office of the President has responded to Daily's Trust editorial of Sunday, 12th December 2021, titled "Life Has Lost Its Value on the Buhari's Nigeria." Momso Damian Dati will bring us the details now.
A statement from the presidency states that growing instability and violence in the north of Nigeria and elsewhere is unacceptable, and that one, not least the presidency, underestimates the seriousness of the situation, adding that every day the president holds the victims and their families in his thoughts and prayers and wishes to reassure them and all Nigerians that tackling the scourge of banditry and terrorism remains this government's first priority. The statement sadly notes that Nigeria is not unique in this respect, as violence and terror have risen steadily across the entire African continent over the last decade. It quoted The Economist magazine, which recently wrote about the next Afghanistan, warning the global community of the horrifying security in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. The presidency therefore says it understands the frustrations of the Daily Trust and Nigeria's northern communities about the ongoing challenges of security, and the Buhari administration is no less worried. It, however, says it's only fair to say that Nigerians' persistent and continued efforts to suppress that instability have seen results, with terror group Boko Haram among others reduced to a shell of its former self. The presidency accepts the Daily Trust's attribution of violence as an amalgam of many complex issues such as poverty and unemployment, and that force alone will not be enough to tackle the violence. It, however, disagrees that the problem of insecurity is intractable and that the claim of apathy on the part of government. Nigeria, that proudly holds the mantle of Africa's largest economy, the presidency says is not immune from the debilitating economic impact of COVID-19, which ravages the whole globe, and that the economic instability that the pandemic has wreaked has proven an effective recruitment tool for bandits and terrorists across the continent. The presidency explains that military efforts have not let up, despite threats from Boko Haram, bandits, kidnappers, and IPOP, which have stretched thin the forces as the country's dedicated soldiers are working around the clock to keep Nigerians safe. The statement further says government is seeking to address the violence at its economic source, with massive infrastructure projects like the coastal rail and new train from the southern coast through the northeast to neighboring Niger. to expand employment and opportunities across the country, bringing hope to more remote and poorer regions where bandits and terrorists thrive. The presidency also cited efforts made through lobbying, partnership, investment and support from Western allies to proscribe Boko Haram, bandits and IPOP as terrorist groups, which would severely dent their funding, for investment in trade and infrastructure to help lessen economic instability and to help with technical assistance, advanced weaponry, intelligence and ordnance. While noting that this will likely be small comfort to the families and loved ones of those already lost, the statement points out that it is a battle that government is fighting without let. It therefore says the Daily Trust suggestion that the president seeks exchanges violence for support he got electorally is beneath a publication that claims any kind of political neutrality or integrity. The presidency insists that now is not the time for this sort of lurid political journalism, rather to focus on how Nigerians must come together and end the violence. Quoting President Muhammadu Buhari's recent write-up of the terrorists in UK paper and Financial Times, we will defeat them, one highway, one rail link, and one job at a time.
All right, let's go on a break. We're back shortly. Please stay tuned.
The vaccine offers hope for a safe country free of coronavirus. I urge all state governments, traditional and religious leaders to take the lead in the mobilization effort within their environment and spheres of influence. I similarly urge all eligible Nigerians to present themselves and be vaccinated in accordance with the order of priority already mapped out at the various authorized designated centers only.
Welcome back. It is said that a healthy nation is economically a viable one. It is in that premise that African leaders' attention are drawn to upscale their nation's budgetary allocation of public health to deal with poverty in the continent. This is the submission of African Institute of Public Health professionals at the end of the year review of the sector in the continent with the theme, Prioritizing Health Financing in Africa. It is believed that most of the diseases in Africa emanate from primary level, hence the need for more focus on primary healthcare system because unhealthy society correlates with its poor state and the people's intellectualism.
The more desired economic development, we still need robust workforce to drive it. A sick society is a poor society. And of course, a healthy society is indeed a rich society. I want to seek this opportunity to call our government in Africa to take another look into the financing of health sector.
We need to prioritize and come with homegrown based solution to healthcare financing so that we can be able to move the economies of African countries and make the population to be healthy.
Investment mostly in teaching hospitals and specialized hospitals. But now it's time to look at the first level where most people come into contact with healthcare services, the primary care centers. So this is an opportunity for us to spread our tentacles and move forward.
The public health professionals hope that if public health is improved financially, Africa's struggle in catching up with the developed nations will be reduced. Holding public offices such as being a governor cannot last for more than 8 years, but making adequate plans to add value to the state even after leaving office is quite commendable. Now, this was the outlook when the Committee on Cross River State Debt Review and Projects Development Commission submitted its report to Governor Ben Ayade in Calabar. Let's get the details from Paul Abel.
Saddled with the responsibility of reviewing Cross River State debt profile from 1999 to 2015, the committee went into work for 6 months, coming out with findings and recommendations contained in these documents on how to move the state forward. Receiving the report, Governor Ben Ayade reiterates that the document is a 30-year development plan to bring value to the state, as it will also serve as source of data for the next administration.
It's not our intention to look backwards, but to learn from the past and develop a future that is stable and strong. It is my sincere hope that this report will form a solid foundation.
I'm afraid that's the much you can take on Panorama. We have another live telecast happening now in Rivers State. It's all about road inaugurations. So enjoy.
As you remain standing, may I invite to take opening prayer, Reverend God's Power Odu.
Welcome to the River State capital. We are here once again in the city of Port Harcourt for the formal inauguration of Ezimbu Road project, a project that has been conceived and embarked upon by the present administration. NTA Network Service is here to bring you live transmission of this program. On behalf of the outside broadcast crew, I'm Kingsley Amajiri.
Father in heaven, we thank you once again for this great privilege you have given to us, not only to see the brightness of your firmament, but to gather to commission this project. Lord, we ask that all we shall do today be put into your care, that your spirit and your presence will be with us, that all will be done to your glory and honor, and in the end, the joy and gladness of heart will be ours. We pray that you bless the state governor, bless the city of Port Harcourt, and bless all that are here, so we shall all go home happier than we came. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen. God bless you.
Your Excellency, Yesom Ezewawike, CON, GSSRS, Power Sports Africa, Governor of Rivers State. Your Excellency, Right Honorable Amadou Maruf Fintiri, Governor of Adama State, and our special guest of honor. Your Excellency, Dr. Mrs. Palibo Banigo, DSSRS, Deputy Governor of Rivers State, the Right Honorable Ikui Owajibani, DSSRS, Speaker, Rivers State House of Assembly, Your Excellency, Sir Celestino Mejia, GSSRS, former Governor of Rivers State, Ambassador Desmond Akawo, Chairman, People's Democratic Party, PDP, Rivers State, a former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister for Justice, Mohammed Bello Adoki, SAN, Chief Mike Agbedo Abu Ozekome, SAN, Your Majesty King Dr. Danderson Douglas Jaja, JK V, Treaty King and Amenabo Pobo, Chairman, River State Council of Traditional Rulers, Your Royal Majesty, Eze Uchechukwu Azaya Eliku JP, Eze Eparebisi the 12th, Your Royal Majesties and Royal Highnesses here present, distinguished senators, members of the National Assembly, Deputy Speaker, principal officers, and members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, members of the State Executive Council, elder statesmen, special advisors, permanent secretaries, chairman of Obiakpo Local Government Area, Mayor of Port Harcourt City Local Government Area, captains of industry, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the commissioning of Ezimbu Road here in Port Harcourt, constructed by the Rivers State Government. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, At this point, may I invite for the presentation of Kola Nut, His Majesty Eze Uchechukwu Isaiah Eliku JP, Eze Eparebisi the 12th, leading traditional rulers from Falga and Obiakpo local government areas.
Check.
Which one again now?
His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, all protocols observed. Rebisika Hall, Marcos Joerji, Jagorukus Ndebia. Please open the cola note. Ejine Gorboki, Zanap Nogori Konohai, Alazugo Joken Neligwe, Yaba Yabogos in Ejika, Atara Atahabudu, Ndebia Kunatala Atahabudu, Gurhaki Mepa, Gurhaka Bawuri, Never Choke Neligwe. His Excellency, Gab Mayani Asu, Rebisika Mago Horika Masikano Joano, Rebisiliki. Get up. Kwari Mary, but the Burabu Aliapa, Ajinaka ni Mediala, Iriala Meka.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give the welcome remarks, may I respectfully invite the Mayor of Port Harcourt City Local Government Area, Honorable Orwell Ihunda JP.
Your Excellency, Yosum Ezonwike, CON, GSS-ROS, the Power of Sports Africa. Your Excellency, our special guest, Right Honorable Amadou Omaru Fintiri. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, the Right Honorable Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly, Your Excellency, the former Governor of Rivers State, may I adopt the already established protocol. Your Excellency, on behalf of His Royal Majesty, Eze Eparebisi, the paramount ruler of Port Harcourt, Eze Uche Eliku, the Port Harcourt Council of Chiefs, the entire group people of Port Harcourt, and our brothers from the other local government, kindly permit me to wish you happy birthday on behalf of all of us, sir. We pray that our good Lord will continue to bless you, keep you, grant you good health and long life for future greater achievements in Jesus' name. Your Excellency, we are glad to be here today for another ceremony of the commissioning of the Doha Carriage Road of Ezimbu Road. Your Excellency, this is a clear demonstration of your policies to rebrand all the roads in Port Harcourt and Obiakpo. We thank you for all that you have been doing in the state. We pray that our good Lord will continue to bless you. Thank you and God bless us.
Now invite to give this welcome address on behalf of Obiakpo Local Government Area, the Chairman, Honorable Barrister George Ariolo.
Okay. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, our special guest of honor, the Governor of Adamawa State, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, please permit me to stand on the already established protocols. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me add my voice in wishing our amiable and dear Governor a happy birthday today. Happy birthday, sir. Your Excellency, may I, on behalf of the good people of Obiakpo Local Government Area, thank you once again for a project promised and its completion fulfilled. We are grateful, sir. For those of us that are aware, this road to be commissioned today was a single carriageway and the pressure of traffic was very high but within dualization, we are aware that the manpower will be gained because it connects the two local governments of Obiabo and Port Harcourt City. So there will be ease in doing business from the Stadium Road. On the other side, there is Romase, down to Oromezimbu. On the other side, that is Port Harcourt City local government area. There is no doubt that those doing business will gain man-hour, and we know the importance of man-hour in business. That means it will take a very short time to transact or to transmit between Obiabo and Port Harcourt City local government area. Your Excellency, we are very happy. Our joy has no bounds, and we say, may God continue to bless you. Therefore, on behalf of our good people of Rumase, in Ward 8 of Obiabo local government area, the Royal Majesties and people of Obiabo, and that of Port Harcourt City, we say, may God continue to bless you and strengthen you as you aim higher, because we are looking towards somewhere. Thank you, sir. For all of us, we say, Nyerisi, Ipialawi, Chineke Gozi, thank you, and may God bless all of us.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to thrill us to some sonorous rendition, may I invite Aloysius Mbata.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Happy birthday, Your Excellency.
My soul that magnify the Lord, and my spirit that rejoices in God my Savior, for He fame throughout all generation. He has shown us strength with his might. He has scattered the proud. He has scattered the proud in the imaginations of their hearts. He hath put down the mighty from their seat and hath exalted the humble and weak. He hath filled the hungry with good things,
and the rich he hath sent empty away. Remembering his mercy and hope and his servant Israel, as he prophesied to our fathers, Abraham and his seed forever.
Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end, world without end. Amen, Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
May God bless you now. 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 Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Many more years to you. Many more years to you. Many more years, many more years, many more years to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together for Mbata Aloysius. May I now invite to give us some cultural display, the Rumomasi Women Group.
birthday.
Please, can we put our hands together for Kumasi Women Group? As a dance out, may I now invite the Abuja Women Group of Elekahia. Thank you very much. Next to Three Laws is the Abuja Women Group of Elekahia.
Akiniwe. Ngama mena iwawe. Ngama mena juwo mena iwa che iwe nazikori roto. Ngama mena iwa che iwe. Yeso wike menu juwo mena iwa che iwe nazikori roto.
Thank you so Women Group. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome the Oromere Zimbu Women Group. Ogun State. Cha-cha, ayowo. Àwọn ọmọ ọmọ wọn kàdá nù bèèrè láyé. Whoa, I am the world. Please let's put our hands together for them as a dance out. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I now invite the Zumba dancing group of Presidency.
Oh,
Zumba dancing group of Presidency. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Zumba dancing group of Presidency. Thank you so much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, now to give the project description, may I invite the Honorable Commissioner for Works, Emeka Siamadi, Esquire.
Your Excellency, the Governor of River State, Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Amadu Umaru Fintiri, Governor of Adamawa State, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of River State, the Right Honorable Speaker of the River State House of Assembly, Your Excellency, the former Governor of River State. Your Excellencies, please permit me to proceed on the strength of protocols previously established. It is a great privilege and honor to be part of a team and a government that has made history, particularly in the area of infrastructural development. This morning I woke up and I realized that in just 13 months of service as Commissioner for Works, I've had the very rare privilege of describing 37 landmark projects, 5 of them flyover bridges. This road not inclusive. Your Excellencies, today we are here to commission a Zumbu Road. This road, before now, was a single carriageway, which was no wider than 7.7 meters wide. And it was such that on a normal day you have pedestrians and cars jostling for space on the road. On some occasion you will find many a driver with 1 or 2 tires in the gutter in deep fellowship. Or you find take it to the other end of the road. But today what we now have is a dual carriageway. Each side is 7.3 meters wide with a median of 0.75 meters separating both lanes. It's bordered by drains on both sides and sidewalks. So you don't have those problems. All that is now history, thanks to His Excellency. Some will say, what is the significance of this road? But for the lack of the luxury of time, I will try to gloss over the issue. This is a dual carriageway that links Saruwa Road, which is a dual carriageway. It takes you to GRA Junction, Abuja Road, which is a dual carriageway. If you proceed as the crow flies, you'll get to Tombia Street, which is a newly commissioned dual carriageway. You cross Obagi Street Junction and onto another dual carriageway which will commission tomorrow. And that will lead you all the way to Ikoyi Road, another dual carriageway which is being rehabilitated and upgraded even as we speak. And all this in a straight line. What it has done for us today is that not only have we saved time in travel, convenience and ease for commuters, we have had property owners enjoy an enhancement and improvement in the value of their property, accessibility, and improvement of their location. If I refer you to your program on page 10, 11, and 12, you'll see the differences. And I believe that all this is historic. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my great honor and pleasure to welcome you to today's ceremony. Thank you and God bless you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give a remark on behalf of the contractor, Julius Berger Nigerian PLC, may I invite the Regional Manager, Jürgen Fischer.
Welcome to His Excellency Nyesom Esenwo Wike, the Executive Governor of River State, the special guest of honor, His Excellency Amadou Umaru Fintiri, Executive Governor of Adamawa State, Her Excellency Mrs. Ipalibo Haribanigo, the Deputy Governor of River State. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to stand on existing protocol. Julius Berger PLC welcomes all of you today to this commissioning ceremony. Saturday, we were gathered close to here to hand over the GRE flyover. This commissioning today of the Esimbo road dualization is a major link to connect the Stadium Road with the new GRE flyover junction and is part of an important east-west link to improve the traffic flow between the stadium and the Equerry Road. Excellency, all your road and infrastructure projects change the picture and the quality of the entire city today and shows evidence of a successful development of your state. Today we are proud to deliver you the next project as another part of your successful story. Our board and executive management is indeed very grateful for once again trusting Julius Berger PLC for the realization of this project. Please let me take this opportunity to thank all those involved in the project. First of all, the Ministry of Works under the leadership of His Honorable Commissioner Elokar Tassi Amadi and his entire team. Thank you. Also, I want to thank my own project team under the leadership of Engineer Tana Özerkan and his entire team. And last but not least, a special thank to the good people of River State, especially the host community here, for their support, patience and understanding during the construction time. Thank you very much, and God bless this project, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I at this point respectfully invite to give a speech the Governor of River State, His Excellency Nyesom Esenwo Wike, member of the Order of the Niger, once satisfied River State.
Your Excellency, my dear brother, the Governor of Adamawa State, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Abia State, Your Excellency, the former Governor of River State, the Honorable Speaker of the State House of Assembly, distinguished senators and members of House of Representatives that are here, members of the State Executive Council and members of the State Assembly that are here, the chairman of our great party, our dear leaders that are here, Chairman of River State Regional Laws Council, and those who came with the Governor of Adamawa State, the former Minister and Attorney General of the Federation, Bello Abeki, my friend and Mike Ozakome, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Chairman of Councils that are here, Chiefs, particularly Asia Power Presidency, and members of this Council, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first of all thank our special guest of honor, the governor of Panorama State, for accepting to leave his own state and come here today to honor us by commissioning this Zimbu road. Your Excellency, the problem we have is that when roads are finished, you will not know the condition of what the road used to be. And so sometimes it becomes difficult for you to appreciate what we are talking about. Those who are from here and who took time when the construction was going on to really inspect this road, particularly when you go front where you have a canal, that's when you understand the job that was done by Julius Boyer. Let me say for purpose of record, this road and the Tombi extension and the GRA flyover was awarded the same day. To the glory of God, we have commissioned the GRA flyover on Saturday last week. Today, we have commissioned the Zimbu road. Tomorrow, we are going to commission the Tombia extension. So you can see the capacity for a company to carry out these three projects the same time and finish it the same time. It means the company has what it takes to carry out gigantic projects like this. And so we are very happy to say that the promise we have made and we have fulfilled the promise. You will enjoy this road better in the night. When you pass here in the night, you will appreciate. To pay compensation for the buildings that we demolished, we paid over 2.something billion for compensation on the properties that was this road. Today, I'm sure those who see our property here, their property has been enhanced. I'm sure if they are renting it today, it has doubled. That is the essence of creating this infrastructure to enhance economic activities, linking to the Council Stadium Road, linking to Aba Road, linking to Tombia down to Ikore Road, all dualized and all street lights. I think we must give God the glory that we are able to achieve this. Somebody was asking me today, why are you commissioning road when today is supposed to be your birthday? And I answered, the day said that if today is your birthday, don't work. Birthday is it for you to rest. If today is my birthday, thank God, let me also use it, commit to the service of our people and the state. After all, there's nowhere that house is built where you do birthday. As we came here, we have celebrated the birthday. The ministers have sang for us. What else do you want us to celebrate? So it does not matter. But let me say something clearly, and that is the problem I've always said, that when government say they want to stimulate economy, and you wonder how are they going to stimulate the economy, how are they going to make the economy to grow? They will create infrastructure. I just was this morning, something came to my head, look, what a country is this? Look at a road like Lagos-Ibadan Road, which is an important road in this country, cannot be completed by the federal government. Politics, ethnicity,
Governor Nyesom Wike, the driver of the New Rivers program. When the governor came on board in 2015 and again in 2019, he came with a development master plan. For him, the key essence of governance is to bring development to the grassroots, the people whom the leader represents. For Governor Nyesom Wike, from the education sector to the health sector to road infrastructure, these are key development indices, which the administration believes that when they are developed, there will be improvement on the quality of life of the people of the state. And that, for him, is the key essence of governance. And in the course of his leadership in Rivers State, he has made several promises. And through these projects and programs, he has emphasized that he is keeping to those promises.
We have spent also billions of naira in this. And I ask, what is the evidence?
In the last couple of days, the government has been embarking on inauguration of different projects which the administration embarked upon when it was re-elected in 2019. From the Rumona flyover project, which was expanded to a dual carriageway, to the GRA flyover project, and now today at the Elimbu dualized carriageway, the government is doing its bit to contribute to social, economic, and infrastructural development in Rivers State.
This administration is doing nothing to improve the lives of the citizens. It's just story, story, story. And that was why I told our National Party chairman yesterday in Benue, I said, look, it is not easy this period that Nigeria requires change of leadership. And God has given you the opportunity to be the one that will lead. But again, it is not by clapping hand, it is by you being committed to it. It is by you being committed to it. I pray that INEC will continue with the system they have introduced. I pray INEC will continue with this system where now everybody will go and campaign and people's vote will count. Because when people's votes count, political office holders will not be accountable to the people. When their votes don't count, political office holders will not be accountable to the people. And how will it count? Is by INEC making sure that there is a free and fair election. In fact, I believe that if INEC conducts a free and fair election, nobody will participate in any party in this state. Nobody will agree. Because you will ask yourself, what am I going to collect from in that party for? What will I tell them now? What is the campaign? You will tell the people of Rivers State, look, PDP have not done this. PDP have not. What campaign will you say? Because we have even taken the roads to their own particular houses. Not villages, to their own particular houses. But why they will have the courage to campaign, they still believe that somehow there will be a room to manipulate. But with the way we have seen INEC now, I think INEC is very, very serious. And I want to commend them to still be firm and courageous. It is not easy, but let them continue to be courageous and give Nigeria the best. This morning, my leaders came to me to wish me happy birthday. And I also tell them thank you. I also had a birthday gift for them. I told them, you know I'm leaving. Now we have to start consultation for who takes over. And I told them, let nobody go and spend his money on, because after the consultation, we'll all sit down and say this is the person we think that should continue where we have stopped. So the issue of now, who's going to take over for me, the process has started. And it has started today, being my birthday. So when they gave me birthday, I also gave them their own gave them my own cake. My own cake is to let them know that the process has started. So now you can start your full prayers. Now you can start your full prayers and your libation for those of you who say you don't believe in God. But what is important to us, like I've always said, we are not going to impose anybody. Because I've told you before, do not say, this man is my right-hand man, this man will protect me. He will only protect you for 6 months. After 6 months, everything is what? Gone. Because even you politicians will break that relationship. So what we should do is we will continue to make sure good companies continue with a good job. All the people struggling for whom they will replace them or will not replace them, they are just wasting their time. Just wasting your time and your energy. And even giving yourself high blood pressure. You don't need to. God should be able to provide who will be able to continue from where we have stopped. And anybody who is a political office holder in my office that wants to run now, this is the opportunity for you to quit so I don't disturb my office. So I've given you a notice now. If you can't be in my office and then you are using my office to do your own political campaign. I want when I send you an errand, you will go for the errand, not to stop on the road and enter a political meeting and tell me that, look, that person you send me is not around. Meanwhile, the man has been around, but he went for a political meeting. So it's key for us. It's key. So, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Special Guest of Honor, I'm so happy you came. This is your place. Continue to deal with us. I was in Abuja that time to inspect the flyover and the bypass. So some of you should take time and on your own, go and see. It's a state that not with enough resources. But if you go to that state and see the kind of flyover, you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. So I'm not surprised. You come here, you commission this flyover, and then you have also gone back to build a flyover, and we have also commissioned it. Very beautiful flyover. And in fact, one of the things I learned from that area is that as you are passing on the road, he made sure that there is no way anybody can cross the road. He barricaded it. So beautiful. And I tried to learn that from him, that most of these roads we are now doing, we have to barricade it with fence this way, not fence that you will not see through, but you make only a place where people can cross. And two, to stop this littering of refuse on the median. You know, so that's what I've learned from the governor of Adamawa State. So we learn from each other, and also congratulating him for having conducted one of the best convention of our great party to the satisfaction of the entire world. That now the All Progressive Congress is not jittering, and whether they will survive it or not, it's our prayer that they should not survive. It is not our prayer that they should survive, because bad association should not survive. Bad group should not survive. So, those of them, like I've said, it is time, and the chairman has said to them, it's time for them to quit the Aso Rock, because the owners will soon come and take over. On that note, I invite Your Excellency, the Governor of Adamawa State, to please come forward and talk to the people of Rivers State and also commission the Zembu Road. Thank you, and God bless you.
Your Excellency, my host governor, Governor Wike, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, the Right Honorable Speaker, the SSG, the Chief of Staff, other traditional rulers, Your Excellency, the former Governor, Your Excellency, the former Attorney General, Your Excellency, Chief Ezekome SA, and other excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm indeed honored to be in Rivers State and precisely in Port Harcourt. Such honors come in full package when it is accompanied by the privilege of having a friend and a brother as special as the Guve as host. Me and Wike, we crossed each other in 2017, formally when he was rooting for the emergence of Chief Secondus as the chairman of PDP. He was a governor, I was a leading gubernatorial aspirant in Adamawa State of our great party, the PDP. Even though we shared some friends, that was the beginning of our very own friendship, a friendship that has blossomed over the years, mutating from associates to colleague and now brothers. Since then, we struck a balanced chemistry and a bond that has remained astonishing. There is hardly a day without either of us placing a call on each other, even with our crowded schedules. If he doesn't call, then I will. Anytime I feel like having a breeze away from Yola and urge to speak to a brother, Port Harcourt is a place to come. Governor Wike is that brother that welcomes me all the time. I must add that I have the privilege of hosting him in Yola severally on such casual but brotherly visits. He has maintained a keen interest in how I'm doing as a governor in Adamawa State, to the extent of consistently checking on my health and on my projects. In my quiet moments, I'm made to think what could have been responsible for this level of affection. The search for an answer might not go far from the fact that there are attributes we share in common. Governor Wike is utterly blunt, so I think I am. He is down to earth, real and practical, dependable and reliable. He has a strong will and can fanatically pursue whatever ideal he believes in. He is fearless and has the courage of reckless abundance. He fights like a lion and stings like a bee. He cares less about perception once he is clear about what he wants to achieve. He detests injustice, and more importantly, he takes no affront wherever it is coming from. Perhaps there is a sense in the popular saying, it takes two to tango. As a politician, he has done and is still doing incredibly well for his people. For Rivers State and its citizens, I can't wish you luck because you already have one in Governor Wike. Your decision to elect him in 2015, which was validated with a repeat of mandate in 2019, was not done in error. This I can attest to even as a visitor to the state. No wonder he is superlatively named Mr. Project. Since I have known him, he has instituted a culture of commissioning projects in Rivers State for the use of his people as a normal. It is from Rivers State under Governor Wike that we all learn that one can deliver a multiple project that a whole month is dedicated to their commission. As recent as April this year, so many projects were commissioned in the state, and today, instead of receiving birthday gifts from the Rivers people, he has decided to celebrate his birthday in a grand style by giving Rivers people a carnival of commissions. Governor Wike has turned Rivers State into a model in development. For me personally, every moment with Wiki is the school I can't afford to miss. As a governor, especially under our great party, the PDP, we are not only proud of his performance as a governor and a leader, we are all learning so much from his resilience, courage, forthrightness, and vision for his people. He has a cosmopolitan mix as an aggressive desire for answers to questions that borders on Nigerian federal structure. This desire is often misunderstood, especially by those who don't know him well. Like Governor Wike, I strongly believe that our federalism can only be strengthened better than the way it is. There are many issues that require testing and resolutions. Our laws, our institutions, and the structure of our relationship. Once these are tested to the satisfaction of the citizens, we shall have a better country devoid of mistrust and suspicion, where citizens will see themselves as brethren of our nation. To Governor Wike, as you add yet another milestone to your life, I bring to you the goodwill and best wishes of the government and the good people of Adamawa State. Well wishing you a happy birthday and a longer life in good health and wealth. It is our fervent prayers that God shall give you more courage and wisdom to serve the people of Rivers State and Nigeria at large. At this moment, we have the privilege, by the grace of Almighty God, to commission the Ezembo Road to the glory of Almighty Allah. Thank you.
Run, 2. Raise it. Who they call you there?
Let me speak. Wait, let me speak.
Okay.
To the glory of Almighty Allah, I, Right Honorable Ahmadu Umaru, have the privilege to commission this beautiful constructed exhibit road to the good people of Rivers State. Thank you. Dualization of Ezimbo Road, executed by the administration of His Excellency Nyesom Enzio Wike, CON, GSSRS, Governor of Rivers State, commissioned by my humble self, the Governor of Adamawa State, Alhaji Ahmadu Umar Fintri, on this day, 13th day of December, 2021. To God be the glory. Amen.
The National Anthem. The National Anthem.
From Ezimbu Road venue for the inauguration of the Ezimbu Road project, We'll now be returning you back to NTA network service for the continuation of other scheduled program. On behalf of the outside broadcast crew, I'm Kingsley Amaju. Good afternoon.
This is the network service of the NTA. We'll be joining our outside broadcast crew for another live.
Umogun atokpe Oba nukboririnedo Obedono hamwete Ayemire mini.
Oh yeah. Good afternoon. Here is a warm welcome to the ancient city of Benin, the heartbeat of the nation, the land of culture, the home of the revered monarch, His Royal Majesty Oba Ewa Enogidigan II, the 40th Oba of Benin. We are reaching you live precisely from the palace of the Oba, a stone's throw from the Panorama Square, that's at the popular Ring Road. It's the making of history here today. We're witnessing the return of a rare artifact, a cockerel, one of the over 1,000 artifacts carted away in the 1897 invasion of Benin Empire by the British. These artifacts were recently returned by Jesus College of Cambridge University and the University of Aberdeen, Scotland. The return of Okoko to the palace of the Oba, where they were originally taken from, followed directive of President Muhammadu Buhari. So today we are going to be witnessing twin celebrations, handing over of the artifact, and of course the 5th coronation anniversary of the Oba of Benin. We'll also be seeing display of the rich culture and tradition of this kingdom. I am Agatha Egwari Ojo. My senior colleague Ogochukwuka Ona will be joining me shortly to guide you through this train. Again, welcome on board, as we say in our local parlance here, Wabukia.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the next item on the program, which is the breaking of kola nuts. Whilst we await the breaking of kola nuts, permit me to acknowledge the presence of the immediate past governor of Edo State, His Excellency Comrade Adams Aliu Oshomole. Very distinguished, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the Sir King Kano, His Royal Highness Aminu Ado Bayero. We'll greet you very much, sir. Welcome you, sir. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of His Excellency Godswill Akpabio, the Honorable Minister in charge of the Niger Delta. We welcome you, sir. The MD NPDC Ali Mohammed Zara is here very ably represented by Serafa Ibrahim and his team. Thank you very much for being here. The MD of Seplat West, Engineer Folarunsho Afolabi, thank you very much for your very formidable presence. Mr. Aqua, the Managing Director of NDDC, thank you very much for coming. At this point, distinguished guests, permit me to introduce the man at the center of all of this, the Nigerian High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Ambassador Serafa Tunji Ishola. We welcome you.
Oba Atokpe, we are on the program Breaking of Kola Nuts, and I'd like to hand over the microphone to the ESL of Benin.
Anyway, oh, son, oh, do I need to have to Marodawa, Uwiana, Obama, Ewa, Gidiga, no, Yaveri, when I Nerune, the Diendo Yafe, no go up your boys there.
Like I said, it's a double celebration here, the 5th coronation anniversary of Oba Ewai. It was on October 20, 2016. He took over the throne of his fathers, and the celebration of his 50th anniversary was postponed to honor the late business mogul, Captain Idahosa Ukumbo, popularly called Captain Hosa, who the Oba has described as an illustrious son. The city is wearing a cultural look. There are posters on major streets and roads like the Airport Road and the Obavarame Square. That's the popular ring road for the ceremony. The posters, you have paintings of Obavarame, who was king when the British invaded Benin Kingdom in 1897 and carted away thousands of artworks that are now, through a series of efforts and engagements spanning years, are coming back home to where they originally belonged. Also, you have pictures of Obas from Oba Eweka, who reigned after Oba Vurame's death in 1914, and then Oba Erediawa, father of the current Oba of Benin. We are having 4 generations being celebrated here today.
Oba Atokpe.
We're having eminent personalities here, sons and daughters of Edo, Nigerians, Matos coming here to celebrate with the Oba. There you have the past governor of Edo State, and chairman of the national chairman of the APC, Comrade Adams Oshomole. Of course, there the minister of Niger Delta, Godwill Akpabio.
Please, DJ, bring it down. Bring it down. Thank you. Umogun atokpe ekpeno wa mini ayemire odode no ha mwete Oba atokpe. Your Royal Majesty, I want to make an apology for my earlier announcement. We have a Nigie in Benin, and I want to recognize them as a Nigie of Great Benin. Omonoba nedo atokpe. Umogun atokpe. Otue Noriso Egbe Ekame.
Ekame. Wadotue.
Palace chiefs there paying homage to the Oba.
Enigie Ade do tumogun Enigie
I'm on you, Zana. Just leave that white shirt.
We're streaming. Now the turn of Enigies to pay homage to the Oba of Benin. This group, they are the heads of the various communities in the 7 local government areas that constitute Benin Kingdom.
About talk by my way, my name, my family. A Nigerian Unity Group. I'll go to an association. Association, red do. A Braswell, swear, about talk by Umogun talk by Adimila, Ike Jorisa. Ọba n'owó do awi apamuna wá ògidì gan àtọpẹ ìwé ọba wàá do tú Umogun ìwé ọba.
Various groups there coming to pay homage to the Oba. It's been 5 years he took on the throne of his ancestors, and 5 years he has made and given so much push for the return of artifacts carted away in 1897. Already we're reaping from these efforts with the return of what we'll see here shortly on. And since he ascended the throne of his forefathers, he has made series of changes to his kingdom. One of those, he placed the course on perpetrators of human trafficking and native doctors who administer oaths of secrecy on victims. He also nullified all oaths of secrecy administered on victims of human trafficking, encouraging them to speak out. This was done to put an end to human trafficking and erase the statistics that put Edo high sponsors.
We call on the Hausa community
more groups
to pay homage to the home leopard. Hausa community, please.
No, I'm on.
We Hausa ni redo wado tumogun. Awe are kuno ewudo. Are ne. Hausa community.
Okay. About Tokwe. Ale karama sarki darja. Ale karama sarki darja.
Ihweki, market women, Iyarima, Ada Ihweki, Oba Atokpe, Padotumugun. We like to call on the representative of the Oni of Ife to Especially great His Majesty.
Greetings from His Imperial Majesty, the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi, and to appreciate what you have been doing in recovering the artifacts. Well done, sir. Oba Tokwe.
Thank you for that beautiful homage to the home leopard. Next, other personalities here. The Chief Imam of Benin.
Ọba Atọ́pẹ́ Agboba Sinwedo, Agboba Momewedo, Agboba Takmewedo, Agboba Tilewedo, Oba Nyadoya, Oba Atọ́pẹ́. Sarki, you are welcome to the ancient city of Benin.
Egbiyoba Noku Gewudure Waden Wado Tumogun Egbiyoba Umogun Atokpe.
All right, we're having more groups come out to pay homage to the king. And here in the van, I'm joined by Chief Charles Uwensui Edosoma, S.A.N., Obasui of Benin. He will be telling us more about this program today. Good afternoon, sir. You're welcome on board.
Thank you.
All right, can you give us a brief of the journey so far regarding the return of these artifacts?
Well, as you can see, today represents what we may call a significant point in the journey for the return or the repatriation of looted artifacts that were stolen from Benin, whose provenance go back to 1897 when the British came here and invaded Benin. And this battle has been on right from when the looting happened. We have it on good sources that Bayawaka II, who became Oba in 1914, immediately started asking for his things back. You know, that agitation was continued by Akenzoa, Bayawaka's son, who also agitated, and on account of that, the beaded ceremonial dress of the Oba was returned in 1936. You know, and a great festival or great festivities like that is happening in Benin now happened on the return of the beaded dress, ceremonial dress when it came in 1936. Now, since then, we've had return from private collections. The Egogo was brought here. The Ahiamoro was also received by Obaye Diawa. And now which is the cockerel that has been with Jesus College, Cambridge, all this while, since 1950, I think, but looted, or since 1912, if I recall correctly, but whose provenance also go back to the 1897 invasion, is one of the things we are receiving today. Also, the Oba's head, which also got from Aberdeen, Scotland, is also being returned. You can see that the ambassador, the High Commissioner, Nigerian High Commissioner in the UK, is here. He was one who, with the National Commission for Museum Monument, were the celebrities, Nigerian heavyweights that were with us in Cambridge, and his representative with us in Aberdeen. You know, so there are just two items that are coming today, but there is symbol, of the ones out there that were still battling to bring. There are thousands of Benin. Benin is known for its bronzes, that are masterpieces all over the world. There's a project called Digital Benin, which is part of the Benin Dialogue Group that has mapped Benin bronze works or looted arts all over the world. And if you look at the map, the global map of the travels of these bronze arts, you'll find some in New Zealand, as far away as New Zealand. Of course, a lot of them are in Britain, all over Europe, Japan, as well as in America. So today is a significant day for Benin.
Thank you very much.
Because a lot of these things that were looted are not just art. They are objects of spiritual significance,
now we are going to
religious significance, and matters of record keeping.
By who is very familiar with
our,
this
terrain. Our carvings also kept records for us. If, for instance, if it were at this time and the Pope visits Benin, a plaque would be made to represent the Pope coming to see the Oba. Just like you see in many of the plaques, you see Portuguese monsignors, Portuguese priests, Portuguese soldiers with their arquebuses, with Oba Esigi. You see all of them there. Those are matters of record keeping. And I keep saying, studies haven't been made enough. As I keep saying, studies haven't been made enough. Until the Rosetta Stone was found in Egypt, the language that we now call the writing, the scripting that we now call hieroglyphics, was just gibberish. It didn't make any sense, But no, so it is not just a matter of art. These things have spiritual significances. They have, of course, there are beautification significances. In that wise, they may find some art pieces. But there are also matters of record keeping. To why they are rendered in artistic form, they have multiple significances.
Okay, now recently these looted artifacts and their return back to base, that's to the palace or to Benin where they were taken from, has been so much on the news. Why is this so?
Well, why wouldn't it be? 1897 was a significant year in the life of Benin Kingdom. 1890, we're still looking for closure to 1897.
That's over 124 years?
Yes, indeed. From being an empire, we became a small part of Nigeria. Why wouldn't it be that significant? Nigeria with all these problems today, we're not minding the fact that we're part of Nigeria. But that was an epochal event that changed the fortunes of Benin. And to rub salt into the wound, they looted all the things that meant a lot to us. These things we're talking about are the things that signpost us to the world. They're the ones that define us as Benin people. Everybody who curate them, everybody who keeps them, everybody who display them, know about us as Benin people. Where should they be? They should be in their place of nativity, in Benin City. And the ones that were looted from the Oba, in the Oba's palace. And fortunately, the Oba is building a museum. He's going to build a museum called the Benin Royal Museum, where when these things come, they will be displayed for public enlightenment, public enjoyment, and for study. So just outside the grounds of the palace there, you see the grounds that have been allotted for the construction of this Benin Royal Museum. So it's of great significance to us. And happily, you can see that everybody is joining us in our joys. The High Commissioner is here himself, carrying the message of the President, carrying out the mandate of the President to formally bring these things to us. And for that, we can't be too grateful to the President of Nigeria for his foremost interest in this. You can see the Emir of Kano also there, coming to rejoice with his brother King, because we must all come together to fight this war, to make those who are holding and looted things not dictate to us how we will have our things back. A thief can never have any property in a stolen property. For them to come and start dictating to us the terms on which we will have them back. Anyway, the war is on, the battle is on, and the fight is on. But the fight didn't just start today. It started from the time of when Abuja II, came on his throne, continued by his son Oba Kenzwa, continued by his son Oba Erediawa, and now his son Oba II is in full reign on the matter of the return of the artifacts.
So it's indeed a celebration of kings.
It is a celebration of culture, celebration of Benin in all its glory and all its qualifications that presents it to the world as an old and great civilization. Not just a civilization, a great civilization that is mystifying the world, that has made our wares coveted by those who think they are the owners of this world. The great powers of the world covet Benin art. What does that make us? Great people, a great civilization.
I know you travel a lot. How do you feel when you see these artworks displayed?
It's always a mixed feeling. It's always a mixed feeling. One of pride that this is us. These things were rendered by us. As an expression of our Beninness. Expression of the essences of us as a people. But sad again in the sense that these things should be in their nativity. They should be in Benin. They remind us of our defeat in 1897, of our humiliation, our rape in 1897, the invasive intrusion into our lives that we were living peacefully in 1897. So those are the feelings I get each time I see these things at the Smithsonian, at the museums in Vienna, the museums in Hamburg, the national galleries in England, all the other museums I've been to, and you just can't get over it. You are happy, that you are seeing familiar objects, far away from home, but you are sad that look, these things were taken from us when we had the uninvited guests coming to Benin to invade us in 1897. When we didn't do them anything, we didn't want any war with them.
Just before I let you go, I just want to know what significance is this artworks to African art.
Well, African art has been first of all, these works are highly representative of the uniqueness of African art. African art mostly are in symbolisms, and they mystify the world. And they have gone ahead to be great inspirations to the great artists. Picasso, for instance. If you look at Picasso's works, Picasso wished, I'm sure he probably wished he were African. And his themes were from African masks, African sculptures, or African shrines, or name it. That is where he got his inspirations from. And for us being in the forefront of that wellspring that gave inspirations to great artists, I think we should be celebrated.
All right. It's been 5 years for Baiwari on the throne. What's it?
5 years? Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. In those 5 short years, a lot has happened in Benin. Baiwari came with a different stamp of authority. Immediately he came, he ascended his throne running. The riffraff that used to think that they were in control of the community, they've all been packed and bagged. You know, I mean, before the Obayawari came, some of these people, you couldn't buy a piece of land in Benin without fearing that it's going to be sold to somebody else, or they're not going to buy it 3 times. Now, because there were people who banded themselves into some terrorist groups or some very intimidating groups who called themselves CDAs, Community Development Associations. They were no development in their agenda at all. They were just land grabbers, you know, land profiteers and all that. And some of them went as far as committing murders. The Oba came in. The first thing he did was he gave a royal decree against this people. And I can tell you now that problem has all but gone in Benin. In fact, we will now hear them in exceptional circumstances. And you know, the Oba does not. He doesn't stand for injustice. He does not stand for injustice. If you are close to him, then you better be straight. He doesn't. There's no hiding under his shadow for you to commit crimes. I can tell you that people from the palace who have misbehaved have been taken up by the law. To tell you that he's quite serious about, reining in undue youthful exuberance and criminality.
All right, thank you so much, Chief Charles Nwensu Yoba Edosonwa. Thank you so much, the Obasi of Benin Kingdom. Thank you for your time here.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much. Monoba Nedro Atokpe. You heard in the welcome address what the British looted in 1897 are not just objects, ordinary. Oba Atokpe. I'd like to ask Honorable Idubo to do the next item.
Thank you very much. Before we invite His Excellency to speak to us, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of one of our very illustrious sons, Pastor Osagi Izeyamo. I also acknowledge the presence of Mr. Lucky Imasuen, former Deputy Governor of Edo State. At this point, we'd like to invite His Excellency, the Ambassador, very distinguished Ambassador Serafu Tunji Ishola, who on this occasion is also representing His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, our dear father, General Muhammadu Buhari. Please, let's celebrate the ambassador as he comes to speak to us.
Bring it down, DJ. The representative of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, the Nigerian High Commissioner to the UK.
Your Royal Majesty, Obanoba Nedo Uku Akolokpolo, Ewuari II. Oba Atokpe, hey. I hope I got it. Thank you. His Royal Highness, the Emir of Kano, representing all the traditional rulers in the northern part of Nigeria, the immediate past governor of Edo State, Comrade Adams Oshiomole, and the immediate past governor of Akwa Ibom, my good brother and friend, Chief Godswill Akpabio. I know there's a long list of protocol here, so I want to stand on already established protocols. I'm highly pleased and honored to be present in Benin Kingdom today for a historic event in the annals of our history. The formal return of historical artworks to Benin Kingdom signifies a breakthrough in the desire of Nigerians and indeed Africans to repossess the African artworks currently domiciled outside their places of origin. The indigenes of Benin Kingdom will recall vividly that Nigeria took legal and physical possession of Okuko, the Benin Cockerel bronze at Jesus College, University of Cambridge, England, on Wednesday, October 27, 2021. The ceremony was globally acclaimed as an ethical and noble gesture on the part of the staff and students of Jesus College, Cambridge University, England. And on Thursday, October 28, a Nigeria delegation formally repossessed the ancestral Benin bronze head, Ohun Elao, at an official ceremony in the University of Aberdeen, Scotland. These two events were of great significance and are judged as great acts of nobility from England and Scotland, and indeed the United Kingdom. Nigeria wishes to congratulate the staff and students of these great institutions for their virtuous actions. History will be eternally kind to them, particularly on the moral lessons of the giant strides they took. As global discussions on these giant strides continue to refocus the imperatives of the return of other artifacts to their origins, Nigeria wishes to appeal for more emphasis on their return rather than the circumstances leading to their removal from their origins. We also commend various authors, civil societies, and media outlets on the sustained campaign for the return of Nigerian artifacts. In 1897, when the Benin artifacts were taken away from Benin Kingdom, sovereignty was vested in Benin Kingdom under the leadership of the then Oba of Benin, Oworawe Nogbaisi. The same sovereignty was then vested in respective kingdoms and its respective traditional rulers in the present-day Nigeria. This explains why these artifacts are still being referred to as Benin bronzes up to the present day. Sovereignty is, however, currently vested in the Federal Republic of Nigeria by the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Hence, the legal and fiscal possession of the artifacts by the Federal Republic of Nigeria under the leadership of Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. My presence in Benin Kingdom today is in fulfillment of the desire and the express directive of Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to return the repossessed artifacts to where they originally belong. Let me read that again for clarity. My presence in Benin Kingdom today is in fulfillment of the desire and express directive of Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to return the repossessed artifacts to where they originally belong. Thank you very much. The present administration places much emphasis on the return of Nigerian artifacts to their original home. Hence, the painstaking efforts of the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, along with the tireless commitment of the National Commission for Museums and Monuments to attain this presidential directive and mandate. At this junction, it is pertinent to acknowledge the synergy of the Edo State government, along with the dogged determination of the Oba of Benin and the entire people of Benin Kingdom in their sustained campaign for the return of Benin bronzes. History will judge them aright in many instances. Kabiyesi, chiefs, and the entire people of Benin Kingdom, now the task and the challenge that is being thrown to the community. The task ahead on our part is to ensure that these highly prized objects are preserved in accordance with global best practices. This will undoubtedly assist in the sustained campaign to return and repossess the remaining Benin artifacts and other Nigerian artifacts, indeed African artifacts domiciled across the globe currently. Eminent personalities, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and privilege to legally transfer the two repossessed Benin artifacts, namely the Cockrell bronze statue, Okuko, and the ancestral head statue, Did I get it? To the Oba of Benin Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Omonoba Nedo Oku Akpolokpolo Ewuare II, on behalf of Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I must say that as of today, we are doing the legal transfer, which invariably means that wherever that object is, it becomes the legal object being owned by the people of Benin Kingdom under the leadership of the Oba. But given the fact that United Kingdom has certain laws that guides the removal of objects from UK, we are just going through documentation. As I talk to you, I'm in possession of those objects. And after documentation, they will be brought here directly. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Ogigi nyaka ewuwu negwasa ozi pale wuye unomanya Iviedo hiagare wenoma Oba atokpe Oba atokpe ise
Yeah man, cause you don't know, my name is Anna, God of Music, represent DJ MOG, Stanford, Rude.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Umogun atokpe. Monoba nedu atokpe. The artifacts, for sure, will return to the kingdom. And of course, we are happy. We are in celebration. Your Majesty, the most powerful king of West Africa. There are only two kingdoms in the world right now. Great Benin and Great Britain. And that relationship today is what we are marking the event. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the event we are celebrating today actually began in 1888 when Oba Ovorame mounted the throne of Great Benin Kingdom. That same year, in history of the world, a scientist in England discovered a refined way of locomotion by tire. And there was need to look into the forest zones of Africa to get raw material for the tire industry. And thereupon, Vice-Consul Galloway came to Benin to orally demonstrate how rubber can make tire. Umogun Atokpe, and the process of handing over is beginning right away. I'd like to call the attention of the Director General, National Commission for Museums and Monuments, to do some necessary duties. Oba Atokpe. I also like to call on Chief Charles Edosowan San, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Oba Atokpe. I'd like to call Prince Aratise Ediawa to do the necessary documentation appendages.
Please, all those who are using camera phones, please leave here. You are overcrowding this environment. Please.
It's the turn of the DG, National Commission for Museums and Monuments.
Please, those using phone cameras, leave this environment. You are overcrowding this place. Please. The legal advisor of the National Commission for Museum and Monuments, Babatunde Adebi, is the next person to append his signature on the documents. Thank you very much. I'd like to invite His Excellency, the Nigerian High Commissioner to the UK, the representative of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, General Muhammadu Buhari, Ambassador Ishola, to please come and do the needful. We are making history today, and I'm sure all those who are here, you will say to yourselves, thank God that I witnessed this event. Oba Tokpe. Now that we have heard the various persons signing, it's now time to invite our royal father, Omonobanedo Kwapolopolo, to please, at this point, append his very, very prestigious signature on the documents. We are witnessing the very important documentation. Now our royal father is appending his very highly prized signature on the documents. Very highly prized signature on the documents. Today, history has been made in Benin City, in Nigeria. And I celebrate all those who are here today for finding time to come and witness a very Please, let's listen to our father.
Your Excellency, I'm not going to speak it. I'm not going to speak it. Just to greet my people. I have to.
His Royal Majesty is on his feet. Can we all be upstanding, please?
Tu waya o. Anyway, ya fe biakipo. Obi ma akuhun leyan.
Ọba Tọ́pẹ́.
His Royal Majesty, our highly revered father, is now appending his very prestigious signature on the documents. We're all witnessing this very wonderful event here today. This event, I'm sure, will last forever in our memories because it's one of such in a lifetime. When these things left Benin, I'm sure not many of us here was born, because I'm not sure too many of us here have reached the very centennial age of 100. But for those who have reached that, congratulations.
Umogun Atokpe.
For the follow of our AY second, after signature there, the relevant documents of different key players. Yes, the deed is done. Omonobane do Ukwakolo of our AY second there. He has appended his signature of the relevant documents before the formal handing over of the artifacts.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you have just witnessed the appendage of a monarchical signature to this very unique document. At this point, His Excellency the Ambassador will officially hand over this document to His Royal Majesty, the Great Oba of the Great Benin Kingdom. Oba Atokpe.
Your Royal Majesty, on behalf of Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I have the honor and privilege to transfer these repossessed artifacts to you legally. So help me God. Ọba Àtọ́pẹ́ Ìyára Ọmọogun Ìyára Ọmọogun Ìyára 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 Ọmọogun Àtọ́pẹ́ Ẹ̀dó. All right, DJ, please bring it down. Bring it down. Umogun Atokpe, Edo Atete Mari Wiyiro, Abado Mari Wiyoro, Ozik Paloma Wiyero no Manya, Umogun Atokpe.
The Nigerian High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, there.
What we are witnessing today is very
presenting the document to the Oba of Benin on behalf of the President, Muhammadu Buhari. And he has brought the message of the President that he places emphasis on the return of the artworks. And he has also emphasized the need for prayer, proper preservation, and care for the artworks. Now, after this process, the artifacts will be handed over to the Oba for keeps.
And all other agencies of security. You're welcome. God bless you. Umogun Atokpe. Oba Atokpe, please let us listen with rapt attention as we hear from His Royal Majesty Omonoba Nedo Uku Akpolokpolo Ewa Eno Gidigan Oba Nonya Galane Bemiku Ekoko Genomuse Owi Oba Hianie Ewa Ogidigan na Minipe Aboda Ehe Guda no bo Nori Oba Wedo no Gwogi Wutile Weroga Tioma na Wayobo Ameru Owi Ozolo ani Baromieko no Dunwoku we no Marikiabo Oba Nogie no Babe ya Mohaen Edigwe Adia Dodomi Omonoba Orasu Kedori Degwenuko Orasu Rockpota Oderi Kamo Babiten Ori Forion Omaesedo Egwa Banedo Ufun Sisi Kiwokodo na Mudagbe Nete Vienu do not take Berase Uhuri Wian Mini Oba Nagaderonye Soma Oba Atokpe.
we hear from His Royal Majesty as he gives his remark on this very special day. Your Majesty. Please, let's be silent, let's be quiet, attentive as we listen to His Royal Majesty. Oba Atokpe.
The Oba is about to address the people.
Your Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, ably represented here today by His Excellency, the Nigerian High Commissioner to the UK, Ambassador and Chief of Yoruba Land, Ambassador Ishola. I want to recognize very much Your Royal Highness, Aminu Ado-Bayero, the Emir of Kano, my younger brother. When he visited Benin, clap out loud now, you are afraid.
A round of applause, please.
I had to clarify that because many people may wonder why I said my younger brother. When he visited me in Benin not too long ago, he said before he left Kano, some people asked him, "You are going to Benin, you are going to meet the Oba of Benin. Now, how are you going to describe yourself in relation to the Oba of Benin? You senior brother, you younger brother, and so on and so forth." Going by the relationship his father has had with my father, we have had with the Ado-Bayero family for a long time. He said he didn't answer them. But when he got to Benin, he gave them that answer from Benin to Kano. That is, the Oba of Benin is his senior brother. So we have remained close with the Ado-Bayero family, and you can see he's here to support me in this event. He has been very supportive. Your Royal Highness, I greet you. I thank you for your support and for taking away the Prince of Kano. You know, the Prince of Kano involved in all of this movement. I know he's very close to you, but when I said I needed him to go with my brother on a mission, you said it's all mine. So I want to publicly appreciate you today. Thank you, Your Royal Highness. His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, ably represented by the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs here present, Excellencies past Governors of Edo State and Abia, Akwa Ibom State, now Minister Honorable Minister Akpabio, here present, I thank you all. I thank you for squeezing the time. The Minister of Niger Delta, it's not an easy man to catch these days. I'm sure all of you know about his portfolio, especially the press. You know how tight his schedule will be. But he squeezed out the time. He said for the Oba of Benin, no time is too tight for him. He must find time to come and support me in this occasion. So I thank you on behalf of my people. Members of the press, traditional rulers of Edo State, my queens are looking beautiful there.
Oba Atokpe.
I want to thank them for also coming out to give me the moral support. They said they must be here today of all days. They are not going to, they refuse to stay back in the harem. It's very rare to see my queens, the queens of the Oba of Benin, in public. This is an exception to the rule. So I'm grateful to God Almighty, grateful to our ancestors for this very, very auspicious occasion. Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy, very happy to welcome you all to the 5th anniversary of my ascension to the throne of my forefathers as the 40th Oba of Benin in a continuous dynasty which dates back to the 1170. So just think about how far back that is, 1170. I'm indeed very, very glad because many of you, like my brother here, have traveled long distances to honor our invitation, and His Excellency, the Honorable, the High Commissioner to the UK, flew all the way from the United Kingdom to the ancient kingdom of Benin. He has not rested for 1 second on the directive to comply with the directive of Mr. President that he must be here today. So when he said he's coming here today, I said he was going to leave today at the end of this event. I said, no, by royal decree, I kept him here. So I said he will not leave till tomorrow. So he's here. We have to entertain him. We have to spoil him a little bit. He's also a chief, so we have to spoil him. So when he gets back to his domain, he can report back to the traditional ruler there that the Oba of Benin really, really spoiled him. We will pamper him. We will pamper him a lot. As I said, he made a request, which I will not divulge. He made a request, a very, very private request. Looking into that, considering all that. This anniversary celebration should have held on October 20th, which is also my birthday. But in Benin tradition, you do not discuss the Oba's birthday at all. It's not a matter for discussion. But modern day now, everything is all in the internet and option. We have no option but to recognize that day. But my birthday also was unique because it coincided with the coronation day as well. So both of them are usually celebrated together by the grace of God. This was postponed due to certain reasons. Today is an auspicious and historic moment in the history of Benin Kingdom. I have reason to be quite emotional about this moment. But however, we shall do all the needful and carry on as much as possible. Today marks a watershed in our efforts to retrieve the bronzes, ivories, and other works of art which were removed from this palace in 1897. Other works of art, religious, spiritual, and aesthetic significance to Benin were removed from this palace in 1897. Today, though, is not a day to open old wounds. We all know our history very well and the unfortunate events of 1897. Numerous scholars of Benin history and Benin arts and artifacts have written extensively about the very advanced administrative, technological, and artistic prowess of the Benin people, as far back as we can remember. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not our intention now to dwell on the past. Rather, we wish to be forward-looking and discuss the subject of restitution and compensation for the act that happened in the past. The celebration of this, my 5th coronation anniversary, coincides with a major event today. Today we have in our midst the Nigerian High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Ambassador Sarafa Tunji Ishola, a diplomat extraordinary of much experience. I am sure that most of us follow the recent local and international media coverage of the return of the 2 ancient bronze wars from UK universities, which he himself has already told us about in his speech. These bronzes are a cockerel of Okpa from Jesus College, Cambridge University, and an ancestral head of Unwilao from the University of Aberdeen, Scotland. It is indeed a great thing to witness this desirable turn of history. Ambassador Ishola led the federal government's delegation and my delegation to receive the bronzes from these great institutions. This is in line with the understanding we have with the federal government to help retrieve our artifacts from various places overseas. The federal government will in turn transfer retrieved artifacts to the palace of the Oba of Benin. You heard it yourself from the horse's mouth. I am here with the support of my great ancestors to sign the relevant deed of transfer on behalf of my people. I would like to thank His Excellency, President Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for graciously directing the return of these recently retrieved artifacts to their rightful place. The Benin royal family, through the federal government of Nigeria, has been asking relentlessly for the return of the artifacts removed from Benin. Many of these artifacts transcend mere art. They are in very many cases objects of religious significance to us. In 1935, my revered grandfather, His Royal Majesty Oba Kenzwa II, made the earliest request by asking for the return of 2 brass tools in the Berlin Museum. This Berlin Museum, that's in Germany, This was long before Nigeria even became independent. The originals have still not been returned. However, in 1938, my grandfather, His Royal Majesty Oba Akinzwa II, successfully had a coral bead coronation regalia returned by the British government. Upon presentation of the regalia to him, my grandfather was said to have rendered the song in joy while rising from the throne to receive it. Ubi Gbedi Sagolomaye.
Obi Gbeni Sagelemayo. Emayo Sagelemayo. Obi Gbeni Sagelemayo. Emayo Sagelemayo. Oba Tokpe.
This was the song that was rendered by my grandfather at that time in his honor. I thought I should rise at this point to repeat that song. In 2014, right here in the palace, 2 bronze works, one of a bird and the other of a traditional bell, were voluntarily returned to my revered father, my father, His Royal Majesty Oba Irediawa, by Dr. Adrian Walker, the grandson of a member of the 1897 expedition. This was 79 years after the cause for restitution began. There is now, in my own reign, by the grace of God and our ancestors, an increased positive response to our call for the return of our artifacts. I thank God for helping me do my best in fulfilling my pledge during my coronation to expedite the return of our artifacts to their original place of abode. At this juncture, I would like to thank civil society groups, Africans around the globe, artists, and government officials who have been actively involved in this process of retrieving our heritage. Benin art and culture reflect the past and present glory as well as splendor of Benin Kingdom. As our treasures are returned, our youth will be able to establish a new relationship with the heritage bequeathed by their forefathers. The return of all the treasures taken away will begin a new era of Benin history and civilization. International best practice and the rule of law dictates that restitution and compensation is the new discourse. We ask that friendly countries seeking to return our artifacts should do so directly to the Oba of Benin or to the federal government of Nigeria, who will hold them in trust and return same to the palace of the Oba of Benin Kingdom, as was recently done in Cambridge and Aberdeen. To this end, we once again express our sincere appreciation to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the Director General National Commission for Museums and Monuments, Dr. Abba Tijani, with whom we enjoy close collaboration, and the Nigerian High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Ambassador Ishola, who has maintained custody of the Cambridge and Aberdeen bronzes on our behalf. Having signed this deed of transfer today, at the appropriate time, the bronzes, as you've heard, will be delivered to us here in the palace. And you will all be invited again to come and see it. I would like to invite the appropriate authorities in Europe and other parts of the world to partner with us in creating development programs for our youth in Benin Kingdom and Nigeria in general. We have a vibrant youth population whom we know can compete globally if given the proper enabling environment. We would welcome assistance in museum studies, including professional and technical support. We welcome financial assistance for our youth through specialized grants and scholarships. We welcome also support in the setting up of small and medium-scale enterprises in Benin, including training in ICT to support the active engagement of our youth. These will greatly augment my efforts in curtailing human trafficking and illegal migration of our youth to Europe and elsewhere. This human resource development, I believe, is one of the best ways that we can be compensated for the events of the past. In concluding, permit me to inform you that in collaboration with the federal government of Nigeria, through its agency, the National Commission for Museums and Monuments, we are making comprehensive plans for the custody of these artifacts. In conjunction with NCMM, we have since 2017 developed plans to build Benin Royal Museum to house returned artifacts. We will greatly appreciate financial assistance of foreign governments and institutions towards the building of this museum. The museum will be governed by a board of trustees, whose members include Professor Wole Soyinka, the Nobel laureate. My younger brother, Prince Artise Rediawa, who I've been sending everywhere here and there on my behalf. Other members also include Prince Nduka Obagbena, the owner of Arise Television and This Day newspaper. Mr. Aigboje, Imokwede. You all know all these names. Mrs. Ifeko Omoegui Okaro, Engineer Gregero, Mr. Danieline, Chief Charles Edosoma San, Mr. Sylvester Bodage, my son-in-law, and a representative of the federal government of Nigeria. Professor Peju Layiwola is advisor to the board. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I've just been reminded to explain to everybody that the Benin Royal Museum is open to the public. It's going to be open to the tourists, international visitors, scientists, researchers, alike. So there is no restriction. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time, and may God and our ancestors be with you all.
All right, you've heard from the Oba of Benin himself. It's a new era of Benin history and civilization. To him, he now looks forward to restitution and compensation of events of the past. He's grateful to President Muhammadu Buhari for efforts to return the artifacts. But he wants other countries or owners of private collections where the works are domiciled to return to the palace directly, or the federal government who will keep for the kingdom. He has also made mention that Palace plans to build the Benin Royal Museum, which will be domiciled in the palace to house these artifacts, so that lovers of Nigerian history, Nigerian culture, the Edo artworks can come here and see for themselves what the people made in the past, in the ancient past.
Very, very instructive message that bronze portends in Benin. That's why we say the ancient city of bronze, where the king is truly king. Oba Atokpe, let's have the spirit of the bronze. And please, the stage is over here on the right flank, directly facing the stage. So please, we need to turn a little bit. Greeting His Majesty right now in homage are members of the Benin Royal Museum, the board. Please, let's watch with rapt attention. Oba Atokpe. The spirit of bronze, please get ready for your performance right away. Oba Atokpe, please, let's watch the spirit of the bronze. Idia, the dance drama extraordinaire, telling the story of a woman, the great woman, the queen behind the mask that is so popular in the entire world. Let's have the spirit of the bronze.
Good afternoon, audience. You are here to see a performance put up by Oba Ewaye II Academy for Performing Arts. Idia Niyesige is the title of the dance performance. It is written and choreographed by my humble self, Josephine Abe. Please relax and have fun. Thank you.
Idiani Jessigie. Idiani Jessigie nekuno bioba. Ubioba vivu eruve pierije. Eruve pierije yendo gyomo. Eta naveru unije dute mwe boge pion awaje. Naga ya to te wi de ni mige logoma. Idia de sokare no ma ga mo gbe soro e. O potis de ni ye no gbe ti are mi. Idia no gwa ko ve invite se. Idia di Jessigie. On n'est pas rien de coup. Idiani Jessigie. Non, je ne peux pas rien. Non, je ne peux pas rien de bon. Idiani Jessigie. Idiani Jessigie ne kuno bioba. Idiani yesige. Idiani yesige nekuno bioba. Venutai eriukbe.
Performance by Oba Ewai, the Second Academy for Performing Arts, depicting Queen Idia, the mother of Oba Esige, who ruled from 1504 to 1550. She was said to have played a very significant role in the rise and reign of her son, Oba Esige. History has it that she was a great warrior who fought relentlessly before and during her son's reign. 4 cast bronze heads of Queen Idia are currently in the collections of the British Museum in London, the World Museum in Liverpool, the Nigerian National Museum in Lagos, and the Ethnological Museums of Benin.